Well,
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Sunday Koi Chat with myself and Shane. No, that way. Myself and Shane. And as you can see, I'm in a different location today. And those that are really, really old members of the channel will know exactly where I am and exactly what I do here.
yep.
So, how are you, Shane?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. I am not bad. Let me just adjust that cam so I'm more center. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, buddy. Just been keeping busies.
Busy?
Keeping
Busy.
busies.
In what respect have you been keeping busy?
Well, just getting the tank 2 ready. So leveling the floor off, making sure all the little rough bits of cement and everything's all sanded down. Just so it's all nice and done there. Welcome in Alan, Mark, Buzz, Koi for us, Dean, Glenn, Cole and Lisa. Rick just popped in as well. How are we all doing?
How we doing, everyone? Rick, you really need to come and collect your suicidal Shisui because I've had about 4 different people trying to fucking buy it off me. And I can't because it belongs to you. Because I'm pain in my bum at the moment. No, just let me know when you're able to come and collect it, bud. Not a problem. And a big afternoon to everyone that's joining in at the moment. So when you say tank 2 ready, is it ready for liner now?
Pretty much. Just got to get the bottom drain put back down, leveled off. I'm going to leave it with an inch from the bottom, well, from the top, so that I can slide the insulation in underneath it.
Yeah, very much like Rick did on the Monkey Ponds.
Yeah. So I'll be doing that. Got enough insulation, not insulation, underlay. So then once the insulation board's on, put the underlay on, and then we've got the rubber liner to
You
put
free
in.
tomorrow, Rick? Yeah. And it's a rubber liner you're putting in, is because you've got a 5
Yeah,
car
it's a rubber liner because we're going in with the bottom drain. So, yep.
Tank 1 running well. Everything settled in.
Yeah, everything's settled in. Tempest is going a lovely colour.
Sorry. How we doing, Brett? Most of all, how is Amanda? Because haven't heard
Yes.
from either of you in a long time. Great
No.
to see you. But how is Amanda, my brother? All right, Rick, if you want, you pop round tomorrow because I'm home all day. No, we're not at the forest tomorrow because Rick doesn't honestly know what time he's getting home, either tonight or tomorrow morning, from Truckfest. And no, it's not a festival about trucks. I researched this, and even though it's called Truckfest, it's not about trucks.
No.
It's a music festival. And I looked at it, and originally it got named Truckfest because the stage used to be made up of truck beds.
Yep.
So yeah, so he honestly doesn't know what time he'll be home tonight or tomorrow. So we will be at the farm tomorrow, and we're definitely going to be at the farm. No, we won't be at the farm tomorrow. We will definitely be at the farm Tuesday because we are going to be auctioning off some really nice fish that came out of the Munga ponds. And we're also in the planning at the moment. Now, this is an exclusive. And I will nail things down completely 100% with Ricardo when I see him on Tuesday. But we are looking at holding Koi Tuber Fest 2024 at New Forest Koi Farm. So there is going to be the chance and the opportunity for viewers, subscribers, to actually come and join myself, Ricardo Rocket Boy, and the other YouTube guests that we've invited. Yeah, so there is the opportunity to be able to come not only to Koi Tuber Fest and meet some of your koi tubers that you watch, but also at the koi farm. And what is Rick is throwing about at the moment is the possibility of harvesting the Munger ponds a week before, and then at the actual event, people that are at the event and are able to attend the event will get first dibs on the fish that come out. That's huge.
Nice. Nice.
Before anything even goes near the shop or the website,
Yeah.
they will be available to the people that attend the day. And sadly enough, the date does clash with the Birmingham and West Midlands show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because that is on the 7th and 8th. And I've had quite a few people say to me that I've spoken to, yeah, but you do realise that's what the quiz show is on for 2 days, Saturday and a Sunday. So
Yep.
what's saying that the subscriber or YouTuber or whoever can't come to Koi Fest on the Saturday and then go to the show on the Sunday? Two
So
birds with one
that's
stone.
so what month are you planning that?
This is September.
Oh,
September
okay.
the 7th Saturday. That's why I say glides with the Birmingham and West Midlands Koi Show. And that wasn't done deliberately. That was done literally around the farm and people that have to work there because of holidays and
Yep.
other things.
Yep. Yep.
It's the closest we could get to make it a good event, have slightly more people than we usually have here at Twisted Towers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's gonna happen exactly the same way as I've done it before. There are certain people that have been invited, and then
Yep.
the rest of the places available go out on a video, and in that video you get the chance to put your name down and have the chance to have your name pulled out. And if your name's pulled out, then it's going to be a wicked day. It's going to be a wicked day either way. And don't forget,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
will be plenty of video about it anyway on the build up and afterwards, because I'm hoping that every YouTuber that does come, whether they've had their name pulled out or they've been invited, I really do hope that they do a lot of filming, because
Mm-hmm.
this isn't just about something that me and Susan started, but this is about starting to make it bigger and more inclusive. And if it works this year with the numbers, then next year we can then look at building it slowly but surely, and it could become something really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
This year will be its third year, and like I say, it was actually Rick said to me, because Rick came to the one last year. He had quite a bit of involvement. He actually brought fish, done a little
Yeah. Yeah. I
competition,
remember.
and gave fish away. So he, like he said to me, it's getting too big for your my house. Isn't that room? I'll have a little bit more room for gatherings once I've sorted the porch and the pond out. But
Yes.
up until then, like Rick said, it's getting a bit big for your small back garden and what you've got in front. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we are we are holding it at New Forest, and there are more numbers than there was last year, and there's more numbers than there was for the first year. So
Yep.
slowly getting there, building things up, and doing this, just sorting out, because we sort out all the food and the munchies and everything that gets put on. So just sorting all that out in itself is a couple of days prep. So
Yep. Trip to Costco.
Nudge, nudge. But yeah, it's for those that do come. It is it has been the last 2 years running a really good event, and even though, like I say, it's not being held at the Towers this year. It's not to say that I'm not going to do something at the Towers towards the end of the year.
Rick says he'll bring your bowls back tomorrow around 10 o'clock.
What is it? How many is there, Rick? Is there 3 by any chance?
Yeah, indeed, reckon you got to make sure you get on top of them filter cleans.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've banged in a load of blanket, full lot of blanket weed treatment that's gone into my pond this year so far. Yeah.
So, yep, he thinks there's 3.
Shit. I better give John a call and apologise.
Did you ring John up saying that he's got them?
I need my bowls back. This is when the fry was fry. Rang him up and said, look, hurry up, bro, I need you to bring me bowls back. And he's like, Vinny, I haven't got any bowls. I said, yeah, the washing up bowls that you took fucking lilies in. No. He even phoned me up when he got back home. He's like, I've been everywhere. I can't find them.
No, Rick's got them.
That makes sense now then, doesn't it?
Are they the washing up bowls that I used when I was selecting?
Yeah. Oh, I've got to go.
I did wonder why I didn't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. He's going to love me.
I think the phrase that's going to come out of his mouth is "you and tit."
I think he'll come out with a little bit more than that. But I will be going to his, and I will be doing some scrapes on his fish. He still hasn't got a microscope yet either. And while I'm there, I'm going to do a little bit of video there because he's built it all out of recycled materials mainly. He recycled a load of bricks and blocks and stuff. Yeah, so it's the first time I've actually seen it in about a year, and he's had quite a few fish off of me. So to see a few of the ones that he's had off me is going to be really good. And I'm also being hounded by my mate Baz to go up to his pond and do another look through his pond and a measure up. We didn't manage to get one done last year, but we did the year before, which is why he's on to go up, see if I can do some measuring.
Yeah, Rocky Boy was up there the other week.
Yeah, it's going to be a twofold visit because he's got to change that filtration on his pond. He's running a box filter and a shower and a homemade skimmer that is just no longer adequate for the amount of. Oh, Jimbo! How we doing, buddy? Can we have extras in? Can we, Shane?
Should be able to. Why's that?
Just say, chuck a link up in the comments if anyone wants to come and join us. That's better. After the first. Should never drink Prime straight after drinking Red Bull. It tastes awful. So yeah, there was no video. I'll tell you what, I felt like a fish out of water this week though. Because I did go down in the forest on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
How we doing, Mark?
Hey, everyone's stopping in today.
Yeah. Well, last week, Becky and Liam came down because it was Liam's 30th birthday. He surprised him with a days away. Not only that, he had to come here. His fucking birthday present. So I bought it for her on her behalf at the koi show. Fucking great big pan net that only just fitted into my motor along with the koi. But yeah, we had a couple of good days, and we ended up taking him down to New Forest. They needed to get some more food.
Yeah.
I had a free spoken with Ricardo beforehand, and yeah, he popped down and he was given a birthday exclusive tour around the farm. I mean, last time he was at the farm, I think it was about a year ago, and the pair of them just couldn't believe the amount of changes that have been done on the farm in such a short space of time.
Yep.
Like, wow, you know, and there has been a hell of a lot done there, and we're still not finished. No, we're not finished. So I'm just.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's still a lot to come from there, and like I say, we're hoping that sort of like a week before, and we say a week before the Tuberfest. How are we doing, mate? A week before the Tuberfest, so that he can take the fish out of the environment they're in, which is a high temperature environment, green water. So they'll have to come out of there and go into a tank with clear water, which will make them go and have a little wobble for 24, 48 hours until they settle down, and then give them a week then to visually keep a check on them, and at the end then they then get health checked by scrapes and so forth and so on before they then go on sale.
Yep. No worries, Brett. Take care, buddy. Mark, sorry to see you're not feeling great, buddy, as well. Welcome. As I say, I haven't caught up with chat for a little while, but welcome in, Christine. Welcome in, Marie.
Yeah, just to have Mark in the comments is absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's always good to have him around.
But yeah, if anyone wants to come on and join us, Jane did put a link in the comments. I did miss a comment. Sorry, I'm just going through the comments.
He's trying to find them. He's trying to find a comment, guys. Bear with him. He should be putting on them bowling goggles. There you go. Okay, can you see him now?
That's better.
Yeah, is that better now?
How's the pond? Happy Sundays all. Pond is doing really well, apart from that.
Harold!
Honey! The shrunk kid! I say, well, just having Ricardo involved in anything is just.
Yeah.
The love for that man is unreal. Absolutely unreal. And so fucking humble as well. I mean, even now, when I'm talking to people when they're in earshot of Rick about the national and everything else, and I still sitting here, I still say that this year's national was both mine and Rick's.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you say that to him, he'll be like, "Oh no, it was your win. You know, you kept." I like that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the fish come from there, so it's both of you.
You know, he came to the national when, you know, he could have been spending time with Zoe, who he hadn't actually spent time with in a long thing. Just for him to do that, you know, that was something really special. And the fact that he's been there with me right through from the time I said, right, fuck it, we're gonna give it a go. You know, he has been right behind me, not just in advice, but just giving me confidence to be able to do it. You know, so in that respect, that's why I say it's our win.
Yep.
Not only the fact that we won with a fish that was bred by English parents, you know, and there
Yep.
was some amazing fish in the Deutsch category. I mean, the gentleman who was in the vat next to me, vat number 48, he had stunning, must have been 65 centimetre plus Deutsch Sankey. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
if you actually look back to the video, when I finally realised, when he put the banner up, about 30 seconds after, the first person that came into my head was Rick. I've got to tell Rick, because
Yep.
it was, for me, it was our win, you know, having
Hmm.
had him help me with
Yep.
right from the first, from bagging them up, you know, choosing which ones to take, not to take, you know, telling me what to look for in ones to take, and everything else that comes in that package.
Hmm.
You know, it you know what I mean. It's invaluable to me, and I mean the whole weekend from the Friday morning right through to the Monday morning when I got to take all the rosettes and the trophy down to be able to share it with
Yeah.
the guys at the farm as well. You know, I will never forget that weekend. It is burned in my memory.
Yeah. You know, you guys should have done though, didn't you?
Even talking about it to people, it does it still chokes me up now. And call me a soft bastard if you want.
But we all know that.
You know, it meant and still does mean so much to me, with the fact that Ricky helped me all the way through. Not just, like I say, not just in the physical stuff, but helped me pick fish from the farm. That
Yep.
and to prove to people out there that, you know, there's nothing wrong with British fish.
1 second, I've been knocked on.
There's nothing wrong with British fish. I mean, I took 12 fish on the national voice show, 8 of which came from the Scottish farm. I'll say I got 6 wins, 3 of which New Forest fish.
She does this. No,
Yeah, mate, honestly, and next year, other than the ones that I want to take back, there was 3 that won rosettes that weren't British fish. I will take them. I would like to see if I could improve on them. But other than that, all the fish that I take for the national next year will be from the forest. That works.
Yep. Yeah.
That part that I didn't take, that now they've started putting some body on, I'm now looking at thinking,
You can go.
yeah. At the same time, there's fish that I took to the show that I've already moved on. You know, because the way I looked at it, I've got 2. I had 2 Kajaku in my pond. One was a red Kajaku, one was a orange white Kajaku, both from the same parents, both completely different styles of Kajaku, 2 complete body shapes of Kajaku as well, but both from the same parents. But
Yeah.
I got second prize in class with the red Kajaku. So the way I'm looking at it is I now want to concentrate on that one to improve on it. And if I get that one out of the way, it then gives me a bit more space for everything else, as well as
Yep.
maybe for some other reason. Can you see what I mean?
Yep. Well, yeah, I was expecting you when you go down, when you afterwards, when you went down there, like when you took them all down and everything. I was kind of expecting to have like a picture taken and then have it put on the wall.
What, of me with my trophy?
No, with everybody.
Oh, the whole group that went.
No, like the Rick and the team as well. So then it's also showing that this team also were the ones that done it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's just it. Not the Rick, but all the guys at New
Yeah.
Forest they're just so fucking humble, and it's like, no, you did all the work, you know. So, but I know Jim Bob gutted over that. You know your big Arawaki you had off me.
Mm.
Well, Jim's Deutsch Kajaku came from that spawning and batch of fish. Yeah, and mate, he got some really good growing. It must have been 60 plus. Absolutely stunning example of a Deutsch Kajaku. Yeah, when he lost it absolutely fucking devastated. And it
Yeah,
was only a couple
definitely.
as well. New Forest fish as well. Again, they really do grow well.
Yeah. My one at the moment is just this bloody tank. But once I get tank 2 done, I should have enough rubber liner to go and fix the main pond.
Right. You
So I'm
found
going
to.
No, we can't find it. We're just going to have to literally try and search it more. I tried using the waterproof cam and going around with that in the corner. Can't see nothing. So the only thing I can think of is a couple of folds in that corner. So I reckon it might be a split in the fold.
Right, possibly. Mark, that Red Kajaku you won, mate, that was that was lovely, that was.
All right, guys, I'm going to be right back again because I've just heard someone come home and I'm going to get shouted to go and bloody well get the shopping in because her leg's bad. So I will be right.
Come up with that fucking excuses to go for a fag.
No, honestly, Mum's literally just pulled up out of there.
Is there no one out there? So yeah, as you know, if you watch my videos, I have started to redo Long Block. Also started to order the bits for the shower because I'm actually thinking of, because I've got to start looking at the rebuild. I'm slowing down slightly on the feeding, and the reason for that is I'm thinking of taking the bottom drain easy pod out and moving it slightly so that I can get the K1 bio chamber bricked in. It's because I'm on my phone, Jim Bob, me fucking me tablets on the fritz at the moment. So yeah, I'm hoping to get the brick bio chamber in and get that up and running before I even think about rebuilding the pond. Because if I can get that in and up and running, it will get the shower out off the edge of the pond, which I think is also aiding to my water loss problems. And then it's one less thing to do. Scottish. Ah, did you meet George Akai Danu? the skimmer on 2000. Let's see. Mum, that's different. Definitely help. I thought he was gonna say wife. Confused.com, Simon. Hey Holly, how you doing? How are your fry doing? How we doing, buddy? How is the decking looking? And I still reckon you could get away with putting your pond on that woodwork that you've done already without any extra woodwork, mate. You've done so much woodwork in there. By the time you get them deck boards all screwed in place over the top, Jesus Christ, you could sit the Titanic on it. And yes, I always help my mum. In fact, I've got to go down to Mars. In fact, I might as well do that. Do a round robin tomorrow. Go to John's, apologise about the bins or the bowls, and go from there to Mum's because I've got to check on her Deutsche Rengi and do some scrapes. So yeah, I'll probably see Ma tomorrow. So probably a little bit of more video in for tomorrow. Hey, I think I do this lot for fun. But no, in all seriousness, no, you've only got one mum and dad, so yeah, you got to fucking look after them. Anyone out there got any questions for me? Otherwise, I'm just going to end up sitting here rattling my gums just for the fun of it. Oh, he's back. Was that half a fag? Was it?
Nope, I was literally running and get the shopping.
You've emptied your fish tank, haven't you?
Yeah,
Is that purely because you're going to be relocating?
pretty much. Yep. So the koi that were left in there, they've gone up into tank 1.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of small kajakus still that I got from you, and there is a platinum in there, but it's got a bent spine. So yeah, that one's got to be
Rick had
done.
to do that. You had to do that the other week to absolutely stunning Inrin Goshki. Perfect floating Benny.
Yeah.
It's actually one belonged to the late great Mark Gardner, and that had broken its back. Yeah. When they're swimming along or they're trying to swim, and the bottom half of their body is moving in the wrong direction, it's you can only do the humane thing. Because I did say to Rick, even though he's like that, could you still spawn from him? Like he said, he could, but he's not guaranteed what he's going to get out of it, and he's going to end up doing more damage to the fish by doing it. And what he did by getting out is it was absolutely fine, and then it happened, and like he said, at the back of his mind, then he's thinking, is that in the genetics? Is that an inherent problem in the genetics? So when you look at things from a different perspective, you then start to think, well, hang on, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Loads of chaps that Rocket Boy said you and him was going to come look at, apparently. I didn't know anything about that, Mark. Didn't didn't know anything about that. Sorry, I'm just cracking. Ollie, if you go to my channel's description, my email address is in there. Drop me an email and then I'll send you my number.
Yeah, that's why I put a comment in for you.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, I already answered that one for you.
Deck is coming on nicely, but I've been taking a break to get the garden sorted out. I just want to be sure I can park 2 Titanic on top of it. Mate, you're talking to the man of over engineering stuff. But yeah,
I don't think
I,
so.
I can see where you're coming from in what you're saying, but watching you build that deck and the amount of cross braces and concrete bases for stuff to sit on, yeah, you really could sit the Titanic on there and not have to worry about it at all. But yeah, coming along really nice.
Yeah, it's always good to over-engineer. The koi house is severely over-engineered.
And if you don't know the Koi Pit, he's a really nice gentleman, nutty as fucking fruitcake. But he's over in America and he's got his lovely pond and he's been building this deck that raises you up. So you've actually got a look down view that you would get from an in-ground pond,
Mm-hmm.
but getting that from pond that is out of the ground because he's raised the deck up. So because he's raised the deck up, you still get that in-ground feel when it
Yeah.
comes to viewing and stuff.
Yeah, it's like when you go to some stores and things like that, and they've got like the wooden deck and viewing slot where you go up the steps and walk along top.
Yeah, a bit like the they have in Japan where they have to walk
Yeah.
right across the pond,
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
do in a tunnel down on the farm. How we doing, Dino? Absolutely gutted, Dino. Got his pond down, man.
Will says packaged arrived, Vince? Question mark.
Not yet. Not yet. I've got yours packaged up and it'll be posted tomorrow. Vince, how's your blanket weed again? Mine's never grown like that, but I don't have heart in those phosphates. Have you any idea why it's... I honestly couldn't fucking tell you, mate. I honestly couldn't tell you. Literally, my pond is so fucking cloudy at the moment because they had a whole bottle of blanket answer. Because I mean that blanket weed was in places fucking 2.5, 3 foot fucking long. And it's literally been over the last week, it's appeared.
Yeah, as soon as them temperatures increase.
Go up and that sun is high enough when it creeps round. It's always along that front wall and behind the skimmer halfway into where the window is. Everywhere else doesn't get too bad other than the base of the pond. And when it's bad, when you look in the pond, all you can see is like string algae being sucked towards the bottom. Yeah, it gets mental. But yeah, that's 4 times this year I've had to. Yeah, wouldn't it, Dino?
See what I had to do with mine when I originally first started the fry pond, because I had that, and I literally just ripped out as much of it as I could, and then hit it with a treatment just to dye the last bit back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had a few things turn up this week as well. I've got to record that later.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had a box turn up from Cloverleaf, and there is some blanket weed treatment in there, and some sludge treatments, and some other bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate Cloverleaf for reaching out.
Yeah. Right, I'm taking delivery of a 1,200 gallon tanker on my slab pack. Being advised to lay 6-inch reinforced slab. Why? All right, Dean. What are you doing working on a fucking Sunday, Dino?
Double hour. Double pay on Sundays.
What are my thoughts? 1,200 gallons. Is it fiberglass or is it plastic? Because an IBC tank is 250 gallons.
Yep, double bubble, no one on site.
Good lad, good lad. Even better, mate. Even better. Still won't use all that fucking. Yeah, I've got plenty of solvent well cement, and so's the forest. Cheers, Dino.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1,200 gallons. So that's for approximately 5. Approximately 5 IBCs. That's got me thinking. Now the patio you put it on, has it just been the patio just been laid on a bed of sand with blobs of cement, or has it been laid properly? So, what are the dimensions? Because the dimensions IBC, I honestly don't know, mate, but it's a 1,000-litre plastic container with a lid. With a bit like it's a solid lid with a ground lid. They hold fluid and oil stuff on there. So you always got to make sure what sort of material it's had. Most of the people using the toy get stuff that's had either urea, which is basically AdBlue, which is basically ammonia, or they've had food grade oil or something like that. There you go. James Dean and technical look. It's fiberglass. Is it one of them EZ ponds by any chance?
Yep, he's had pond. So yeah, I would suggest you would go with a concrete base and then bend slab.
This is what I'm saying. Did Scrag put a concrete base in for the one that he got? I know it might be a little bit smaller than the one you're getting, but that went straight on his patio. In fact, if you go back and look at Scrag's videos and also Phil from Telford Coys, that EZ pond, they used 2 bloody great long planks. I think they must have been roof rafters or something like that. And they took the whole fucking tank up those 2 planks, across his garage roof, back down the other side on 2 planks, almost had a mishap, and it sat on his patio. And I don't think Scrag put any extra underneath that patio. And if it's an EZ pond, they are pretty much all supported and fiberglass supported anyway. So the load's going to be spread. So no, I would.
So what I would say, also another way of doing it, as you know, someone's in the chat as well. Mark, how did you what foundation did you put in for your easy pond?
2 seconds. I'm going to go see if I can find my microphone.
All right. Because yeah, I believe Mark put an EZ pond in. I believe that's what the main one is. Yeah, I think his mic is having a little bit of a trouble, guys and girls. So bear with him on that one. He's going to go and find the wireless mic. And if there's an echo coming from my end, let me know, because I can hear myself double and I don't know why. But yeah, how's everyone been? So yeah, here he is. He's back. The joys of technology, eh, Vince? I suppose you've got to realise. So Mark's saying for his easy pond, he put in 12 inches of MOT and then a 6-inch concrete base.
See, I still think how long's the patio been there? Because this was again, Mark Davis told me a long time ago, and that is like when people build a pond, they dig a pond, dig it down 3-4 foot, and then they chuck in an 8 to 10 inch layer of concrete. Now, 9 times out of 10, you go past 3 foot, that soil and what's under it hasn't been touched for fuck knows how many years. So unless you dig it and turn it over, it's solid. When you dig it over and the soil becomes soft, that's when it moves. So if you're digging your pond and it's on what they call virgin soil, then you really want to put a concrete base in. 6 inches is enough. You know what I mean? Because you're on virgin ground. It's never been dug. Or hasn't been dug in over 50 years or whatever. Can you see what I mean? So if you've got a patio that's been laid properly, then getting one of these tanks that are built to spread the load, which is why they've got the structure in round them that they have, and a lot of that is to spread the load so that things don't bend, bow, warp, and all stuff like that. So if you've got a fully laid patio that's laid properly, I personally don't see any problem with doing the same as Scrag did, straight over the roof of somewhere, dropped it on his patio, set it where he wanted, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, job done.
Yep.
You know, when these things are designed, these things nowadays, they're designed on a computer and they're using software to tell them where weak points are going to be and stuff like this. You know, you go to a koi show and they've got their EZ pond set up. Do you think they go to everywhere they go to? Do they say, "Oh well, I can't go down unless you've got 8 inches worth of concrete underneath me"? Yeah, they had EZ. They had EZ ponds at the show, and when they got moved, there wasn't much in the way of actual physical impressions into the soil. You know, in soil, fill them up with water, and yeah, it is going to drop into soil that's got grass in it. But on a patio that's been laid properly, personally, I can't see it. That's the whole point of an EZ pond. You're supposed to be able to drop it in, plug and play. Am I making sense?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, you see what I mean? That's what they are marketed as. That's why they call it an EZ pond, easy pond. Easy
It's more.
pond means drop it in, you put your connectors in that you want, fire it up, away you go. EZ pond.
Yeah, but I think what they're actually referring to is obviously the fact of they're an easy bond because you ain't got to build them. Not that the fact that you don't have to have the foundation done.
But that's what I mean. All that has been done for you. That's why they are structurally braced the way they are. That's why any fiberglass tank that you get it will be braced in a certain way to stop certain things from happening. Big 1 meter bowls is on fiberglass 1 meter bowls. They're braced to stop things from happening. That's why they're designed that way. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, if it was one of them, you can get these fiberglass ones that you put into the ground. You know, that they don't tell you to put concrete in underneath it.
That's down to everyone's perception.
Free-form things. They don't tell you to put it on concrete. They tell you to put it on sand. So if
Yeah.
a big, huge free-form fiberglass pond to be put on sand, and I've seen people put them out of the ground as well. Just over engineering some things is yeah, I agree with it, but why give yourself all that extra expense if you don't need it? That'd be the way I would be looking at it.
Yeah, but then again, if you're going to be putting on like a bottom drain or something like that anyway, then it would be better to do it. You're going to have to do it because you're going to have to dig anyway to actually put the bottom drain in.
No, I think you'll find that the EZ ponds, that is why the bracing is there as well, because everything is accessible. I agree, EZ ponds can go on patio decking, etc. They are solid, the framework.
I'll do, Jim.
How you doing?
Not bad, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So they're built and created to be plug and play. So yeah, I think over engineering there, mate.
I'm talking about in-ground ponds.
Yeah, talking about in-ground preform ponds. Ian, did you put your in-ground preform pond on concrete?
Is he there, really?
Didn't Bob?
No,
You didn't?
no.
No. Can you,
So I'm getting two lots of volume here. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can turn one of these off.
and he's supposed to be the tech guru.
God, it's been ages since I've gone live, Vince.
I know, it has been a while, Jim. Mine's got an echo coming from somewhere. I can't work out where.
Let me turn the volume off on that. That'll do. That should stop it. I was trying to look in StreamYard to see whether you could mute the volume, but you can't.
Yeah, exactly, John. But that's what I'm trying to get at.
Right, there you go. I should be able to hear you properly now.
Yeah, I know. There's quite a lot of people out there saying that people don't build things on a budget, they budget. But I say, it is what it is, and if you can use it and it works, then fair fucking play. That's the key.
Now, when I put my pre-form pond in, all we did was dig the hole and line it with carpets and whatnot, a bit of sand and carpets, and then we put the pre-form pond in.
Yep.
I was planning to put it on my patio, but Alan from Easy Pond advised the slab without seeing the slab. Yeah, that's understandable, mate. That's understandable. So if you could belt and braces, but I still wouldn't put an 8-inch slab down. What do you think, Jim Bob?
You shouldn't need it because of the way the easy ponds are constructed, but if you want to go belt and braces, then I would put a slab down. Just doesn't need to be a very thick one.
No, I 6 inches max.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go more than that, because that's just over engineering and spending more money than you need to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you've
indeed.
got crystal vision, Bob.
Sorry?
You've just recently fitted an ozone unit on your pond.
Yes.
How have you found it?
Good. Very good.
In what respect?
It's cleared the water up lovely. The water's actually crystal clear. And I've noticed as well that any little nicks or anything that are on the fish heal very, very quickly with that on there.
And yet, on my grown on tank, this is destroyed my bio.
Yeah, you said, I don't know where you managed to do that unless you had the ORP too high.
Well, no, I got the Cactoily running.
Yeah, but how accurate is that?
It's accurate enough on everything else.
Yeah. I don't know, because your grow on's only very small, isn't it?
Yes, only including the fill, it's about 350 gallons.
Yeah, so what's that in litres? About 1,000 litres?
No, 250 is 1,000 litres.
So about 1.5.
Yeah, about 1,500 litres.
Yeah.
And I had it running on my airlift, so it was actually put on the return.
Yeah.
And literally, it stripped all the bio off of the media and the Easy Pod, and in the bio bin. And literally,
Silly question. How do you know it stripped the bio off it?
the bio, because before I started using it, I had nice brown biofilm media.
So you had dirty media.
No,
Because the brown, all the brown is, Vince, is dirt. It's not actually the biomedia. It's not actually the biofilm.
right. No. When I took it off, it looked like I had brand new media
Yeah.
in my Easy Pod and my bio chamber. It looked like it had just come out of the packet brand new.
The only way you'd know for sure that you've stripped your bio off your media is if your water parameters changed rapidly. So you'd get spikes on the ammonia and spikes on the what do you call it?
On the old nitrate.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to know, because
My pH didn't change at all,
no,
but it stripped all my plastic media absolutely clean. It looked
Yeah.
like I just poured it in from a brand new bag.
yeah, but that's just dirt, Vince. The colouring is just dirt. It's not actually the biofilm.
Well, no, you will get a slight coloration to a biofilm.
Not very much.
Yeah, but you still get a coloration to it when it matures. No, that was the question there.
Afternoon, Gav.
Yeah, they might not sell them in UK TKP, but you could take inspiration by the way they're constructed and do it on a cheaper basis.
There's plenty of boat yards out in the US.
Yeah, or find a boat builder that can build you a reverse boat, because that's all it is. Instead of the water resistance being on the outside, it's on the inside. I mean, look at Dave's tank. That was fiberglass. We didn't put a concrete slab in for that. We just put a sand base in, and that's a couple of 1,000 gallons. 1,800 gallons, I think it was.
I think I'm missing on some of the chat there because I can't see what you're answering, what question you're answering.
No, I'm still talking about this Easy Pod.
Sorry?
I'm still
on the easy ponds because I've actually seen these ponds. They had them at the show, and they are a hefty piece of kit. They've got a lot of reinforcement on them, and yet
Dave's fiberglass pond that he had built, 2 layers fiberglass with a bit of reinforcement on it, that was 1,500 gallons, and that only went on a bed of sand. And if the easy pond is 1,200 gallons and comes with all the pre-built posting and supporting that they've got in there with the fiberglass, I reckon you'd be able to get away with sticking it on a patio. I really do.
Yeah, I think you would know.
Personally, I really do think you would. Saves you a lot of fucking money to 6 to 8 inches of concrete, whether you do it
by hand or you get someone to come in and pump it in out of a wagon. Still a lot of fucking money just for a concrete slab that might move.
Can you see what
Maybe I'm wrong.
But
yeah. Which is why I think if you haven't subscribed to the Toypit, please go over, give them a subscribe, and tell them I sent you. And if you want to come and join us, mate, click on the link. Be nice to have someone. Whereabouts in America are you now? I say now.
Whereabouts in America are you? Because I know we've got 15 is in Illinois. Maureen's
in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
is in Canada.
Ken's in Australia, in Canada as well.
Yeah. You don't forget Wickens in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, check the link up again, Jamie. If you want to
join us,
you can come and join us. I'm in Utah.
But yeah, like
Gav says here, his understanding, these 3, 4 and 5
fiberglass ponds are freestanding, self-supporting.
As long as they stay on the ground, they should be fine. That's my way of looking at it as well.
Some find it hard.
That would have been a lot
cheaper with a Boxford liner.
Yeah, I did see that. But didn't Jamie have someone come out and do the 5 glasses? How we doing, Wickham?
Yeah, I wouldn't knock Matt from GRP because he's very, very good at what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He is good at what he does, but I'll leave it there.
It's just expensive. I would like to, when I eventually get around to building my next pond, I would like to have a go at doing it myself. Your mic's gone, Vince. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Very quiet. I don't know whether you're actually using the microphone or whether you're still using the phone because you didn't actually change your settings over when you actually connected it. So in the audio settings, you'll probably be picking up.
Yeah, I'm trying to use my little ZVE10 camera.
Yeah.
That's why I had problems because I couldn't figure out how to get it to stream properly.
Right about.
No,
there he is.
What's going on?
How are we doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good. Let's see.
There he is.
What?
Well,
yeah, thanks, Vince. Thought I would jump on.
Good to have someone else come on.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna grab my tripod so I don't have to try and hold my phone in place the whole time. Give me a sec.
Yep.
Oh, this will work.
That'll do.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, there we go.
So, my friend, what got you into keeping koi?
You know what? I think I was 15 or 16 years old, and I got home from school for summer break. And I walked into the backyard, and my dad just cut down all these scrub oaks that he had over in the corner. And he looked at me and he said, "We're going to build a koi pond." And I got super excited. Then he walked me over to the shed, and he had an axe and a shovel, and he said, "I need you to get all these stumps out." And that's what I ended up spending the first half of my summer break doing. And I was like, "This is a joke. Seriously?" But no, I built a koi pond with my dad. I think that's what kind of gave me the bug. And then when we bought our house, I don't know how long ago that was, like 7 years ago, ended up joining our local pond club. And I just listened to what everybody said they wish they had done differently with their pond. And I applied everything that everybody regretted into trying to build mine. Which my only regret now is, geez, I could have gone like another 2,000 gallons and it wouldn't have been much more work.
Yep. They always say, plan it out. And once you planned it out, double it.
Yep.
You're always going to want that extra.
So, yeah, now we're building the deck. Our local pond club has a pond tour that we put on every year.
Yeah.
That's next weekend. And I was looking around the garden and the patio, and I was like, I can't have people come walking back here having it look like this. So that's what I've been up to this weekend, is just trying to get it all sorted out.
Is that why you postponed the patio pond?
Oh, I'm sorry?
I said, is that why you postponed the patio pond?
Sorry, Vince. My speaker isn't too loud. Can you say that one more time?
I said, is that why you postponed the patio pond?
Yes. Yeah, you know what? Pond ownership is terminal. There's just always so much more that needs to be done.
That's before you get around to doing all your filter cleans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it never stops.
So, how accessible is koi and koi equipment to you in your part of the country?
It's not great. To be honest, my koi dealer is a few states over, up in Washington. There's like local garden stores where you can get domestically bred koi in the U.S. And we have a couple of those in our pond. But getting koi from Japan, you can't do that very easily here within the Utah itself. So, and then equipment, that actually hasn't been too bad. It's getting fiberglass materials that was tricky for me when I was building the pond. I had to order all of that and get it on freight from a supplier in another state.
Yeah.
So,
how did you find fiberglass in yourself?
No, he fiberglassed his pond. He didn't fiberglass himself.
What didn't I fiberglass?
Yourself.
Oh no, yeah, I fiberglassed the pond.
You fiberglassed the pond, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find the fiberglassing?
Like that you can fiberglass a pond or find the materials?
Well,
No,
how did you find actually doing the fiberglassing and what advice would you give anyone out there that are trying to fiberglass their pond for the first time?
Ooh. Watch a lot of YouTube. And you know what? Practice on something before you actually try to do it. Practice on, I don't know, like a plank of wood. That's what I did, just so I could start understanding how the resin actually sets up and how it works and behaves. Because once you start, you have to keep moving, and you could really screw it all up if you're not on top of it. So I had a buddy, God bless him, who agreed to come help me when I was doing the walls. I don't think he realized what we were going to be doing, because it's grueling work fiberglassing.
Yeah.
I had to take him out to a nice dinner after that.
But what did you find worse, doing the resin and the matting, or doing the flow coat?
I think it was the chopped strand mat and the resin. I think that was the harder part for me. I didn't realize that the gel coat was going to be so intense, though.
Mm-hmm.
When it was setting up, I didn't realize I had created this giant bowl that we were going to be in, and all the fumes were just going to sit in that bowl when we went to do the gel coat. I had a mask on, but I had to get down low so I could get into the bottom drains. And when I stood back up, I just about keeled over.
But it's a completely different consistency to the resin that you put on the matting, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I found it was when I had to go over the flow coat on my toe slide tank. Someone actually did the first job for me, and I had to go back in, rub it down, and re-flow coat it. And I found that flow coat can be a real bitch to push about.
Yeah. No, it's not super cooperative. It's an absolute bitch for sure.
So I'll get that if you can. He is fussy, meticulous. No, I just wouldn't get him at all. Period. But that's a different story, Simon. So
Yep, each to their own.
each their own. So food-wise, for your koi, do you buy a branded koi food, or do you feed something completely different?
I do gosh, I can never say the name.
Nagishki.
Nishiki koi.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh god. I gotta go look at what it's called so I don't screw this up. Give me 1 second.
Guys and girls, if you're not subscribed to the Koi Pit, go over and give them subscribe. He's bloody good at woodwork.
Oh, thanks. I try. My stepdad was a framer, and he used to drag me out on projects when I was a kid. Made me hold stuff. So, Najiwikawa is what I use.
It's the one I've not heard of.
No, I haven't heard of that either.
I know Chris Stubbs. He likes feeding a company called Norfin.
Norfin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does it.
Najiwikawa is the only American made koi food that I know quite a few koi breeders in Japan use, which is interesting.
So
yeah,
you
but
don't
you guys feed your koi.
whatever they eat.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a lot of people out there that will only feed certain koi brands to their koi. The most popular and the most expensive one over here is Saki Akari.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that once or twice.
Yeah,
well,
I use Evolution Aqua Food.
for a 15 kilo sack of of Sakyakari colour is £280 over here, so that's pretty goddamn expensive.
I don't know what the conversion rate is,
That's twice the money I spend.
but that I already know that's a lot. Wow.
That's just the colour. They do balance, they do grow, and it is the most popular koi foods, but it's one of the most expensive as well. But yet, when you talk to someone from Japan, it's cheap as chips.
Well, yeah, that's where they make it.
So from Japan to the UK, somewhere in there, £200 gets added on. It's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the Evolution Aqua food. It's got good ingredients in it. The percentages are very good of what they're in them, and you can usually tell with a fish food whether it's a good quality one by where the fish meal is in the list of ingredients.
Yes.
So if your fish meal is the first ingredient in the list of ingredients, that usually indicates a good food.
Yeah, definitely.
As I say, I use the Evolution Aqua growth food. I've just bought a 15 kilo sack, and that cost me £114.
That's not too bad.
And that's a 42% protein, which is quite high. They don't need that higher protein. They don't use that higher protein, but it's a very good quality food. I really like it.
I've been using the New Forest Coppens spirulina, which they call the Vitality this year, and yeah, they're doing really well. Growth wise, colours look good. Yeah, there is a little bit more waste than I would like, but at the same time, I am pushing my filter systems to the limit at this moment in time as well. So I've got to take that into consideration. But overall, it's been a great food. I mean, the only time I changed was about a week and 4 days before I had to stop feeding for the koi show. That was a week and 3 days of me feeding Sakyakari colour. Rick gave me that, and then stopped a week before the show then, just to clear anything out.
So, Vince, you said spirulina?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, is spirulina one of those active ingredients for color enhancement?
Yes, it is. It is one of the main ingredients. Rick has created a concoction called the Munger Mix. And
called the what?
The Munger Mix.
The
because
Munger Mix?
It's a mixture of natural colour enhancements and stuff like that. So in it, it's got marigold powder, spirulina, it's got carrot, kale. There's lots and lots of carrot powder and granules, and basically you mix sort of like 10 mil of this powdered mix with 100 mil of hot water and a litre of pellets, and then basically you then put pellets and mix in a bag like you would a fish bag, blow it up, and then you shake it about, and basically pellets then absorb all this mixture into the pellets. And even though once the mixture's ready, the pellets are still moist, they don't sit like you would if you put them in a pellet pump, for instance.
Right.
And they go absolutely apeshit for it. So if you're feeding a lower quality food, you could mix that with Munger Mix and get the colour enhancers that you need a different way. Can you see what I mean? By using it as an additive, you can get not the low quality food, but a mid-range quality food, add the Munger mix, so it then goes in between that and the top one. Can you see what I mean? So you then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
improve your food, but it's still not quite as good as this one up here. But
yeah. But it sounds like a great way to supplement the nutrients and everything for the fish. So
yeah, I mean, in this year's mix, he's also added garlic powder, amino acids, and a few other bits and pieces to it. And I mean, I feed it to my pond 3 times a week. Literally, as soon as it hits the water, it's gone. They do. They absolutely love it. And I'd highly recommend it. But the thing is, he only does one batch a year
mm,
because he buys it all in bulk.
right.
So he'll get, say, 2 kilos of marigold powder because that is one of the main ingredients. And then all the other ingredients are like a kilo each. And then they all get mixed up together. And then he'll take out what he needs for the season. And then what's left gets bagged up and gets sold. Because if you use it right, 500 grams of Munger mix should last you spring and summer into autumn. You see what I mean?
Hmm.
So a 500-gram pouch of this additive will last you a whole season if you use it right.
Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't got my auto feeder on at the moment. I see Mark's just saying he feeds his 5 times a day. I haven't got my auto feeder on, so I feed main pellets. I feed in the morning, like first thing, and I'll feed them another lot of that in the evening. But in between, I give them mealworms.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're doing all right with that.
At the days I'm not at New Forest Koi Farm, they get fed, my main pond gets fed 5 to 6 times a day at the moment. The growing on tank, again, that gets fed 10, 12 times a day when I'm there. It gets fed 3 or 4 times a day when I'm at the forest during the day. They get more feed through the evening then. But as a whole, I prefer to feed by hand when it comes to the main pond, because I think when you feed with auto feeders, you take some of that interaction away from you and your fish. And what I mean by that is you'll find most auto feeders will drop into one spot. There's only a couple of auto feeders that actually spread food out across the pond. So, you know, as far as the fish concerned, if you're running an auto feeder, that's where you feed them. If the food's not there when you come up to the pond, there's no real interaction with them. Whereas I find, because I hand feed my pond, as soon as the lid pops open, they come rushing because they know the sound.
Hmm.
These fish aren't stupid animals, you know, and I don't want to take that interaction away from what I've got with my pond. Can you see what I mean?
Mm.
But the growing on tank that's in the shed, I am actually saving at the moment to get one of the clockwork feeders that they use on the koi farm. And they are literally belt driven with a clockwork. You pull a belt back, you put your food on the belt, close the lid, you walk away, and it literally moves in fractions of increments over a period of 12 hours. So you've got a constant trickle of food going in. The only problem is, to buy one of them clockwork feeders brand new, you're looking at about 275 quid. But for what I want in my growing on tank, and for the way my life is at the moment, going back towards the New Forest during the day and stuff like that, then it will be invaluable for my growing on fish and my growing on project. So in that respect, it will benefit me putting an auto feeder on that one. But for my main pond, I just think it takes away that interaction that you end up with your fish.
Yeah, my fish tend to come over near the side of the pond as soon as they see me.
Yeah, same. As you
Yeah,
know, as soon as you go past the pond, they're just like,
Yeah. Especially
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
Now carry on, mate.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I use my auto feeder. Feeds the fish 5 times a day. I just adjusted it the other day to up how much it's feeding them. But I've also I haven't had any difference. I've noticed when I come up to feed them by hand, they still behave the exact same. I don't know. I don't think my auto feeder has taken too much away from it, but gosh, auto feeders are expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was looking at our cat feeder the other day and was thinking, I think we paid like, I don't know, $35 for an auto feeder for our cat. I don't think there's any difference other than it puts it into a little bowl. I think next time I'm just going to buy a cat feeder and put all the koi fish food in there and bust the bowl off of it.
Well, there you go. There's something you can test for us then.
Yeah, there you go.
A whole video in itself for you.
Yeah. And then, Jim, Shane, I'm sorry, I jumped onto this and I didn't even take a second to say hi or introduce myself. I'm Ty,
okay,
by the way.
no worries.
Sorry, say
No
again?
worries at all.
Yeah. Well, it's good to meet you guys.
Shane, do us a favour. Put our man TKP on full screen so he can tell us a little about himself and his channel.
Yep. There you go.
Oh.
You're,
All right.
gives
Well,
you a
I'm Ty. I started this channel, called it the Koi Pit. It's kind of funny. I didn't have like a plan to start making YouTube videos until I made one for a Reddit forum for our ponds. I started posting on there when I first started building my koi pond, and it kind of turned into its own thing. But the reason I call it the Koi Pit is because when I was building it, every day walking out my back door to work on the pond, it felt like I was stepping into the pit of despair. It was just like, this thing is never going to be done. There's more digging to do. There's more blocks to lay. There's more cement to mix. Bending rebar. It was just like every day, all I did was just wallowed in this hole I dug myself into, literally. And I mean, it's great now, but it just felt like I was rolling a boulder uphill forever. As I'm on year 4 of building my pond, and but we're in a good place now. So yeah, I've been building my deck that's going to go on the side of the pond. I'm really excited about it, but I think I need to take a break from it for a minute, do some other stuff around the yard, because I'm tired of bending over working on it. So anyways, that's me. That's what I've been up to, what we're doing. So it's just yeah, just making videos about building stuff and keeping koi fish. So
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Well, it's been really good to have you on, my friend.
yeah. Oh, it was really cool when you first reached out and were commenting and saying hi. I was like, no way, Vince is commenting on my videos, because I followed you on before I created a account for this, so it was cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, stick around and we'll chat afterwards. Like, we're hitting the 1.5-hour mark, so
Yeah, we are.
All right.
we're gonna call time on to today. I'd just like to say thank you very much to everyone that joined along in the comments. If I missed you saying hello, I do apologise. I really do apologise. But as always, guys, don't forget, hit the like button on your way out. You've got 3 channels below me that if you're not already subscribed to, please go along, give them a subscribe. Let's get this community out further to across the pond and other places. That's what we want to do. We want to get more people like the Koi Pit on here, so we can spread our wings, so to speak.
Yes.
And
Spread our
I've been
fins.
Twisted Koi. He's
I've
been
been hot, Koi.
Jimbo. That was Jimbo from It's What I Do.
It's what I
ladies
do.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And down in the corner, that'll do. We'll catch you later on, guys. Same time, same place, next weekend.
Take care, everybody. Have a
Take care.
fantastic week, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye.